is the role only. We can say in the net backup, the media server, this is the role that we are assigning or that we are defining any of the server, right? Once that role is assigned to any of the server, then that server would be, then that server is start transferring the data from client to storage. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So once we are defining this media server role to any of the server, then this server will then start transferring the data from client to storage. And we can, one more thing we have to remember, we can say the master server can be a media server. So where the environment having only one master along with the media server role. Same server is the master server and performing the media server role also, that we call the Netbackup server. Netbackup server. Frederick, this is the interview question, right? It's a high level interview question. So just try to remember this, right? So if that, so that the media server is role defined to the master server, then that server we called, right? And the environment where we have the master server, we have the separate media server. This is the master, this is the network switch, this is media 1, this is media 2. Right? So in which, where the environment is having the media server is a different server that we call the Netbackup enterprise server. So here this server we call the Netbackup enterprise server.
Okay.
Right? And this is actually, for this we need the license. Right? We need the enterprise license. Then only we can create the media servers. If we do not have the that enterprise license, then we cannot create or we cannot add these media server to this environment. The license is required for enterprise server.
Oh, okay.
For enterprise server, right?
But what you have done,
right? Where
but what you have downloaded and installed is not an enterprise server, right?
No, I'm not getting it. Please come again.
The Microsoft one we downloaded is not an enterprise server. Oh, it is.
No,
Did you
I'm
get my
sorry. I'm
question?
sorry. Still, I'm not getting you. No,
Okay.
I did not get.
I'm saying the Microsoft server we have downloaded and installed, can it be used as an enterprise server?
In our lab. So you're talking about in our
Yes.
lab.
Yeah, in our lab.
Yeah, will actually okay. So just try to understand, right? I'll just tell you where we are creating the multiple, like the media server, or that the media server is different server, right? So that is we call the enterprise server. So this server we call the enterprise server, and the license is required. But the software would be the same for installing of this and installing of this.
Oh, okay.
Software is not the different software. For this is only the license.
Oh, okay.
This is basically for the small account where we have the 50 or 100 clients, but where we have the client, we are like creating the multiple media server, in which account where we are creating the multiple media server, that environment or that master server we call the enterprise server. Simple. Only the difference
Okay.
is if your master server is if your master server is performing the role of the media server and there is a no other media server, then this is the netbackup. That server we call the netbackup server. And if your the master server is different and that having the multiple attached media servers, so then this server we call the enterprise server. And for
Okay.
enterprise server, we need a license. If we do not have the license, then we cannot create this enterprise server. Then we create only this NetBackup server only, because the same server we have to create this media server only,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I get it.
Now, right now the term we have the term NetBackup domain. We have the one data center or environment. Actually, usually for one data center, we are creating only the one master server, right? One the enterprise server, the NetBackup server. But let's suppose if we have the NetBackup server, this MA. MA is master and ME is media. This is storage and this is the client server, right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
site A. The same server, the same master, media, storage, and client. This is the site B, right? So these we call the NetBackup domains. This is the one NetBackup domain, and this is the another NetBackup domain. Or we can say this is the prod site, and this is the DR site. Correct.
Yeah, correct.
So we call these as the NetBackup domains. Actually, earlier there was a reporting server. If you hear that Op Center, but now it's absolute. Instead of this, now we have the IT analytics. IT analytics, right? So that Op Center is the we can manage the multiple net backup domains, right? From this Op Center. From this
Mm.
Op Center, from this Op Center, we can add the multiple net backup master server, and we can manage all those. Like we can like perform the backup, we can perform the restore, right? We can fetch the report. So these some tasks we can manage from the Op Center server,
Mm.
right? This is, let's suppose, this is in a one location, and the another location is it's around 100 kilometer far from this.
Mm. Okay.
100 km, right?
Yeah.
So is this clear? We see that the net backup server, we see the enterprise server, we see the net backup domains, we see the op center server. Any doubt in this? The net backup server, op center server. Patrick,
Come again, please.
I was saying we see net backup server, we see the net backup enterprise server, we see the net backup domain, we see the op center. So any doubt in these? If anyone is asking the question, can you define these like is this
Okay. Yeah, I can define it.
Patrick?
Yeah, I can define all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. Fine. So,
maybe let me define it for you to know whether I'm correct.
actually, the thing is right. Actually, sometimes why I'm just telling you these are the like the theoretical part. So at least you know, and this will help you for the interview. Right. And
Okay.
in your like the daily like not in daily, but at least if you are discussing your environment, or if anything is coming new, anything is coming in your environment, so at least you aware all these terms,
Okay.
right? So you know like what is the enterprise server, right? Why we need this enterprise server? Let's suppose there is a customer and he's saying I have the 50 client. I have the 50 client and I want to take the backup of those. So let me suggest for the with the minimum the expenses, or I can like the minimum the resources I can use, and I'll take the backup of those 50 clients, right? So rather than installing this enterprise server, you can use this the net backup server.
Yeah, hi, Praveen. Your line is breaking. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I think it was some network issue.
Okay.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm fine
Yeah,
now.
1 second, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. 1 second. I think my internet is switched. 1 second. Yeah, Patrick, yeah, I'm back. Actually, it was some network issue at my end, so I switched my internet.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. Let me start the recording as well. Stop recording. Okay, it's already running. Huh? So I was saying, like, we see this NetBackup server and enterprise server, NetBackup domain and Ops Center server, right? So this is clear. Now we are moving to the storage. Right, so like the what types of the storage available in the market. So in general, if I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the net backup. I'm just simply asking, like, what the kind of the storage is available in the market, or in the environment we are using. uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. I think there's IBM storage. There's Huawei storage. There's how do you call it? Um, what's the name? Um, there's Huawei. There's IBM. Oh, I've forgotten the rest. If you can give me a reminder. Storage.
The tape, the second is storage, or I
Mm.
can see storage. And in this storage, we have the multiple types. Like
Mm.
we have the DAS, right? The direct attached storage. So direct attached storage means we have a one server, and on that server we have uh, the 50 terabyte disk attached of the multiple disk, right? The another, we
Uh-huh.
have the SAN storage. In SAN storage, we have the storage, and from that storage disk we are like mapping the LANs, or we are mapping the some storage to the servers.
Uh-huh.
So that, like, in your environment there is a VM team, there is a storage team, right? So storage team is providing the disk or storage to the VM team or to any other team that if they require the storage on the server side. Right? Let's
Uh-huh.
suppose one of the server, the C drive or D drive full. So what they will do in the environment, what they are doing if that D drive or C drive is full? Hmm?
If the C drive or D drive is full, they clear it up. Oh.
Right. So the first method is cleanup. The first thing is cleanup, right? So they are like removing like the temporary files, junk files that is not required. Those files they are removing. If we still we need some storage, then from like how they will get some space. That C drive is 100 GB, right? And now you need to install some application.
Mm.
You need to install some application, correct? You need some
Yeah.
space in the C drive. So what you will do, right? you will go to the, if your server is the VM server, right? If your server is VM server, then you will go to VM team and ask them to increase the C drive space.
Okay.
Correct? Increase the C drive space. So in the back end, they can increase the size. Or if they are not able to do so, then they will attach the one more 100 GB disk. Right? They will attach the 100 GB disk to your server. Then you can increase your C drive. Increase the size of the C drive. Correct? So this is the
Okay.
process like to increasing the space on the on any of the server. Now, actually, in the back end, what actually that storage is coming from where? That storage is coming from this storage. That could be IBM storage or Huawei storage or Dell storage, right? Or HP storage. Any one of them, the the company or the organization is using this storage, and from this storage, they are providing the space to the servers or applications or database servers,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, right.
So we have, so what kind of the storage we have available in the market? We have the tape, we have the storage. The one is the dash. Dash is the direct attached storage. So this space is not coming from the SAN, right? So this server is having the internal disk. This server is having internal disk. But this SAN is, so in the backend they are using these kind of the storage, IBM, Huawei, Dell or HP, right? And the
Right.
third one is cloud. Either we store the data on the cloud as well. We can store the data on cloud as well,
Okay.
right? So these types of the storage we have the available. So this is the tape media, this is the cloud, and this is the disk. I can say this is the disk. Now in the disk we have these two types, the dash and SAN. And the another one is also, let me remove this first, or let me do one thing.
Please come again with the cloud.
Sorry.
Come again with the cloud, please.
Okay. So we can store our data to the cloud as well.
Okay.
AWS, Amazon, directly you can transfer your data. You can transfer your data to the AWS or the Amazon storage,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
in this storage one, the disk one, we have the one more type of the storage, that is the OST or net backup appliances. Net backup appliances, right? So this OST is the open source storage.
Mm.
Open source storage, right? And this net backup appliances, this like the Veritas or the net backup, they like they manufacture one of the hardware. In that hardware, what they have did, they actually pre-installed that media server software, and they have given some space like 60 terabyte, 128 terabyte, like that. So you can purchase the net backup appliance from them, and you can just directly plug and play type. You just rack mounted in your the data center, and just the power on this hardware already already installed the media server. You just need to set up this. right? Like that, if you are like purchasing any of the phone, that the phone is already the Android already installed, right? You just need to configure like first the first screen. Like you just need to put your name, you need to put your password, the email ID, right? All those things. So initially configuration is required only, no need to install the NetBackup software or operating system, any of the operating system. These NetBackup appliances pre-install Red Hat along with the media server software. Correct? You just need to
Correct.
set up, you just need to set up, you just need to like configure that storage and start using this media server.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 1 second. There is some event outside. Finally, there is a 1 second. Huh?
Okay.
Right. So these types of the storage we can use in the net backup.
Praveen, is the downloading of the file done?
I'm sorry, Patrick. Once again, come again.
The downloading of the file, the NetBackup file, is it done?
Yeah. 1 second. Let me check. Oh, it's completed. It's completed. Let me do one thing. Let me open the Gmail. Okay, it started. Once it's done, I'll share the link with you. Huh?
Okay.
Not take much time, I believe.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, it will take 10 minutes. Right, let me now we see that storage, right? And so how that storage we can use in the net backup, like
Mm.
the first one is the basic disk, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second one is the advanced disk. The third one is the MSDP. MSDP. Fourth is pure disk. The fifth is OST. The sixth is the tape library. Right. So this basic disk is what actually for this type of the storage unit. I can say these types of the storage units or the storage like available for the net backup. So we can call them as a storage unit, right? So for basic type of the like the basic type of the storage unit, we does not require any license,
Okay.
right? But on this we will not get the advanced features also. This basic disk, I'll tell you in the next the chapters, like, right? But you can now you can understand like on the basic disk is it's just a basic disk. We will not get the advanced feature on it. Advanced feature like the escalator, the deduplications, right? So these the feature we will not get on this basic disk. And this is for this type of the storage unit, we do not require any license. License not required.
Okay.
For all this, the license is required first thing. The license is required, right?
Mm-hmm.
This MSDP is media server deduplication pool. Media server deduplication, right? Deduplication pool. This pure disk, that is the appliance disk. If we are using the appliance, then we will create the pure disk type storage unit. Correct?
Right.
Appliance storage unit. And if we are the using this OST type, OST, like we can say we like sometime what we can implement, we can use the Dell storage. You can use the Dell storage or HP storage, right? So these storage can directly attach to the media server and we can use them. These storage we can directly attach your media server and we can use them, right? So for that type of the storage, we call that OST type of the storage unit. This tape library, if we are using the tape library, then we will create the tape storage unit.
Okay, so aside the Dell storage and the HP storage, the other storages you still need license, right?
So all these is required a license.
So the Huawei storages and the other storages also require license.
Yes. Actually, if actually that other storage comes to that OST part, right? These
OST.
also all require these actually. So here we are talking about the net backup license.
Okay.
Right here we are just talking about the net backup license, not any storage or that license. If you
Okay.
are using these types of the disk or storage disk, then you need a license from the net backup side. Then only you can configure these types of the storage in your net backup. If you do not have license, then you cannot configure these types of the storage unit in the net backup.
Okay.
Right? If somebody is asking to you how many types of the storage unit is available in the net backup, you can say this: basic, advanced, MSDP, pure disk, OST, and tape library. These types of the storage unit is available in the net backup. The second question, if somebody is asking like what type of the storage is required the license, all these types of the storage unit is required license except this one, the basic disk. Right?
You're right.
So we'll see how to create this like this basic and advanced. Right? Once we install this the master and media, we'll see that. But as of now, you can just understand. We will see all those settings as well. As of now, you can just understand those things like what are those. So at least at the time of the configuration, we know like what we are doing. Right? Now, moving to this storage unit group, we have the storage unit group. So what is this? The collection of multiple storage. Right? Let's suppose for, or you can understand the best example is the for this, like you can create the storage unit group and put the two storage unit inside that. So you will get the redundancy. You will get the load balancing. Right? Let's suppose on media 1, we have created the storage unit 1. This is your media 1. This is your media 2. You created the storage unit 2. Right now, so as of now, you are using in some policy this storage unit 1. Like let's suppose this ABC policy is using S1 and this XYZ is policy is using S2. So what happened if this storage 1 is down? If this storage 1 is down, then this ABC policy will be fail. Correct?
Right.
Right? If this S1 is down, then this ABC policy will be fail. If we are using the storage unit group and we put all these in storage unit, we put the all this like we create the storage unit group, this SG1, and we put inside that S1 and S2, right? If this goes down, then my backup will move to this one. In that case, my backup will not fail.
Okay.
Right? So this storage
All right.
unit, we have some functions like the round robin function, the load balancing, right? If the first one down, so we'll see that options at the time of the creating or configuring that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If down or if any one storage is not available, then the backup will move to the another one. Or we can say that storage unit group is the collection of the multiple storage 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the one more topic is left in this. Let's finish that one also. Then we'll see the installation. Patrick, any doubt, right? You can ask the questions, right? Just not
Okay.
try, because from my side I'm giving my 200%.
Okay.
Right? So I'm also expecting from you, like you at least you are getting at least 100%, not
Yeah.
200%, but at least you are getting 100%. Right? Any
Okay.
doubt, any question you can ask, no issues.
Not really for now. Mhm.
Right now, in this storage, we have the one more topic is left, that is the SLP. SLP is
Storage life
storage
cycle
life
policy.
cycle policy, right? Right. So why this SLPs come to the picture? I'll tell you, like the reason, right? The main reason why it comes to the picture, because the thing is, so the thing is, actually, in Netbackup, I can say this 6.5 or 7, right? We were
Mm-hmm.
duplicating the images. We were at that time we were duplicating the images. So we just create the duplications for that the primary images. Let's suppose we have some backup images on storage 1, right? Now we want to duplicate these to the tape 1. We have the another storage unit, that is the tape 1. So we want to duplicate the data from storage 1 to this storage unit 1 to the tape 1,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it was the
Mm-hmm.
duplication is like working fine, no issues. But sometime what happened, let's suppose this data, we have the retention is 1 week or 2 week, right? If we are not able to duplicate this data in 1 week, then it will expire. The data will be expire. If 1 week is passed and it is still not duplicated, then this data will be expire. So this was the main challenge, because the thing is, what we are doing, like actually the thing is, in most of the environment you will see that you have the storage or disk, right? So what they are doing, they are actually on the disk, the backup is fast as compared to tape, right? So what they are doing, the primary copy or the backup they are taking on disk, then they are transferring the data to the tape, right? And they can send these tape to the offsite location to safe and secure your data, safe and secure your data, right? So once this data is transferred to this tape, then immediately they are like deleting the images from here for clean up your storage as well, right? Because let's suppose if you have the 100 servers and that 100 server size is the let's suppose the 1 TB. So you are taking the daily backup 1 TB for 1 week. For 1 week you are consuming the 7 TB storage on your side. In 1 month it will be a 30 TB, right? You will not get this much of the storage from your the management, from your organization. They will
Mm-hmm.
simply say, boss, my server size and my server is storing only the 1 TB, and for securing those 1 TB data you consume a 30 TB. It's too expensive. It's too expensive, right? So what they are doing, they will say, okay, just do one thing, just give me a 7 TB space and some tape, the tape media. So we will take the backup on disk and transfer that data to the tape, and we will delete the data from here. So then this disk, the same disk will be reusable, and on that this tape is also will be reusable, because let's suppose on tape, on disk we have the 1 week retention, and on tape we have the 1 month retention. So after 1 month we can reuse this tape,
Mm-hmm.
correct? So
Correct.
this was the scenario, but the thing is, if so in simple or in general way, if the retention is 1 week and data is not duplicated in 1 week, then this data will be expire,
Yeah.
right? So this was the challenge. So the net backup, they introduced the SLP. They
Mm-hmm.
introduced the SLP. In SLP, right? So in SLP, what happened? If the secondary operation is not complete, then your the primary image or your that the data will not expire until your data is not duplicated. Not duplicated, backup will not expire. So this is the main benefit of this, right? So
Okay.
we remove that like that dependency, right? So if we are using the SLP, if we are using the SLP and that retention is passed, but still and that the data is not duplicated, then that data will not be expire until it is duplicated to the secondary disk, or that secondary that the operation you have defined in your SLP. Until that operation is not completed, your data will not expire, right? In SLP
Correct.
we can use the multiple operations. I'll tell you all those operations. SLP operation, right? SLP operation, the backup, we can define the backup in SLP. We can define the duplication, right? The duplication is like of the copy the data to the secondary storage unit. We can define replication. So replication is from site 1 or site A to site B, right? You can transfer the data from site A to site B. The fourth one is the import. Right? So import we will discuss later, because otherwise we will stuck in this. So you understand this replication, right? In replication we are just transferring the data from site A to site B. So we can define this replication operation also in the SLP.
And please come again with the replication and the duplication.
Okay. So the duplication is we are transferring the data, or we are copying the data from your disk 1 to from your storage 1 to storage 2. Duplication is the duplicate. We are creating a duplicate copy.
Duplicate, okay.
Right? Duplication is the term comes from the duplicate. We are creating a duplicate copy of your primary data or secondary copy of your primary data. That we call the duplicate. The replication is we are transferring or we are copying the data from one site to the another site. Let's suppose we have the one data center in India and second data center in Ghana. So we are transferring the data from India to Ghana, right? That we call the replication. Right?
I get it.
Right? Import, and one more in this, one more thing is also left, that is the snapshot. So these two we will discuss later. These three you are clear, right? The backup, duplication and replication. So these operations we can define in the application in the SLP. Right? Let me see that yeah, it's done. Let me do one thing. Tell me your email ID.
Okay, let me put it in the chat.
You can spell, I'll just
Okay, I've put in the Teams chat. I'll copy.
oh, okay, just share in the Teams chat. Check now if you are able to download.
Okay.
Right. So meanwhile, is it the downloading? We can write down the installation process, right? The master server installation process.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I'm downloading it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can start downloading.
Hmm.
Right. So this is also the important topic, right?
Hmm.
You can write down or you can take the snapshot or you can remember, right? Whatever you comfortable. But this is very important topic. The master my writing is very bad, huh?
Mhm.
Installation process. The first, verify the software compatibility list from short side, right? You can verify which operating system you are going to use for master server. You can verify is that supported for which version of the net backup, right? You can just cross
And
verify from there.
to
Second,
verify the SCL from sort.
yeah, software, right? Compatibility list. Then download the software and upload to server, right?
Hmm.
The third one is host name resolution, right? This is the host file entry that we discussed yesterday. Host file entry, right? If you are not using the domain type master server, then you need to put the IP address entry manually in the host file, correct? Yesterday we discussed
Okay.
this. So host name resolution. The fourth thing, ports should be open on OS side and on firewall side. Firewall, I can say the network side. Right? Port should be open. You know the port, right?
Okay.
Yesterday we discussed.
Yeah.
All port should be open. The fifth one, we need the JSON file and that license file, right? So actually, I'll tell you one thing in this. Earlier, earlier only this license file was used, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, so anybody can like get this like the copy this license key and install the net backup software, right? And so he can use that of the license key. There is a
Mm-hmm.
no restrictions. Right now, what they did, they bound this license key with this JSON file, this customer file, this JSON file having the customer information.
Mm-hmm.
If you have only the license key and you do not have this JSON file, then you cannot install the master server, right? Because this
Mm-hmm.
JSON file, this file having the customer information and that is bind with this license key. So both file is required, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The sixth one, need to create a web user for Netbackup application, right? We need to create a separate user for Netbackup services, and they already defined that username also. The name should be this NB
It's good.
Web SVC, and group should be NB Web GRP. We need to create this user and this group before start installing the installation of the master server. This is only for the master server, not for media server, not for client. Actually, these first, second, third, these are same for master media client, but this JSON file, this this file like this user, this is only for the master server.
And what's the name of the the name of the web server? Is it NB Web SVC?
No, this is actually user. This is a username. We
The
need to
username, yeah.
yeah. We need to create the one user on the server operating system side with this name only. They bind this name. Like we have to create the user with this name only. It's not.
Okay.
It's not like that. We can create any user that we can use for uh, we can use for the net backup services, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
given this name and this group, we need to create the same name and the same group that will be used for the net backup services, right? Then seventh, we can start installing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 1 second.
No problem.
Hello. Right. Patrick is like that software is installed.
Let me confirm. Let me finish. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just check. Okay, I'm left to like just 5 minutes for it to complete.
Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, you can do one thing. You can share your screen, and we write down like these. We actually we need to follow these steps now, so we can at least start these steps like the host
Okay.
file and key, right? The port checking, the JSON file. Okay, we'll
Okay.
see. We'll check this.
Okay, so first let's check the so first you can verify from the CSL from ports, right? Okay, so we've already
You
downloaded
can
the
take the
software.
snapshot of this. You can take the snapshot of this. You can take the snapshot of this, then it will be easy for you. Sorry.
Okay, so what do we do first? What do we do first? What do you do
Right.
now?
So actually, we already done this one, right? The software compatibility list. We already done this, the first one,
Okay.
right? Because we already check why that we installed this Netbackup 2000. Sorry, the Windows Server 2019, right? The
Mm-hmm.
download process, the downloading software, it's going on. The third one is the host name resolution. So we need to put
Okay.
the IP and the host file entry in the host the master server name entry in the host file, right?
Okay.
So we need to check this third one. So just share your screen.
Okay. So let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
I see my screen.
Yeah. Just open the command prompt, check the host name. Open the command prompt, type the CMD.
It's taking some time. Yeah, I'm in CMD now.
Yeah. Now you can put the command host name.
Host name.
Yeah. Enter. Right. So this is the name it's showing. We can do one thing. We can change the host name for this. Right. Just minimize this, or you can do one thing. You can give me the control. Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the control now?
Okay.
Okay. Request control again.
Okay.
You have it.
Okay. It's running very slow. So how much RAM you have provided to this machine? How much?
Okay, I think I provided like. Let me confirm. Okay, so I think the RAM I provided, I think 4 gig. Was that enough?
Yeah, I believe 4 gig is fine. It's not less. Okay, no issue. Just go back to.
Should I cancel it?
Yeah, cancel it. Just go back to the master server machine. Okay, this is the master server.
Yeah. Wait, okay. Should we increase the RAM or something?
So how much RAM is there in your laptop?
Okay, my MacBook uses 8 gig RAM.
8 gig. So half
Yeah.
of your memories you already provided, right? So put the master server name NBU master. This is we are changing the host name of the master server.
Okay.
Yeah, NBU master.
Like this. And be master.
Yeah, right. Just apply. Okay. right? Then now go back to this, run the same command again. Okay, I think we need to take the reboot, but no issue. Right now we are going to do the entry in host file, right? Because this master server is not in domain. That's why we need to put the host file entry. Just do one thing, just open the run prompt.
Okay.
Yeah, in this Windows machine. It's taking too much time.
Yeah. Let me see.
Uh,
Why is it taking
type run
a
only. Just
second?
type run.
Okay.
Or 1 second. 1 second. Leave it. Let me type here. Run. Okay.
Second.
No, one. MSTSC. No issues. I'll tell you that host file path, right? We not
Okay.
require this one. Actually, by that command, if you open that run prompt and type the drivers, DRIVRS,
Mm-hmm.
so it will redirect you to directly this path. Go in C drive, then Windows, then System 32, then drivers. Right, so if you run this driver command in the run prompt, it will directly redirect you to this path.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need to click in this driver, on this driver, you can see some of the files are there in this etc. Inside this etc, right? Inside this etc, you will get that host file. This host file, right? So this is the host file. In this, we need to put the entry of your the server name and against the IP address. So for this server, we'll see the IP, we'll run the IP config command, right? You can note it down these commands as well. So the IP is this for this server 192.168.64.5. Just double click on it and open in the notepad. Just go down and put the entries here. First we need to put the this IP address. What is this? 192.168. One nine two dot 168 dot
64.5.
64.5. 64.5, right? Then put some space, NBU master. You need to put the entry like this for master, media and client. On the master server side, on the media server side and on the client side. This way
Okay.
you need to put the entry. And while you are checking or validating, the entry should be there in the host file like this, right?
Okay.
So now you got to know how to put the entry in etc host file, right? And how to verify. You need to verify this also while doing any troubleshooting for the backup failure, right? So first thing was this. Now we need to create the user, NB web user.
You want to minimize this?
Yeah. lusrmgr.msc.
Come again. MUG.
lusr.
Okay. LUSR.
lusr .mgr.msc. Just open that run prompt, right? Actually, it's it's too slow, so very difficult. Just open the
Yeah.
run. Yeah. Or you can do one thing. I just pasted out the command, right? You can note it down these things. Okay, one second,
Mm-hmm.
one second. Just type run. RUN, yeah. Wait. Do not click on this. We will just create a pin for this. Oh, you click that.
Okay.
Pin to taskbar. Right. So either you can create the user from here. lusrmgr.msc. It will redirect you to the local user that page, the local user window. Or I pasted you some commands. You can use those commands to creating that user. You can check the chat area. Simply, sorry, you can just copy paste that command. Or let me type here net local group nb web grp nb web svc slash add. So it is creating the user and group both. Right, what it's saying, the system error 1376 has occurred. The specified local group does not. Okay,
So,
sorry. uh, we need to create the user from here. First we create the user group. New group. So the group name is nb web grp. Simple. Create the group, close, create the user, nb web svc. This user, right? Now we will run this command again. In this command, what we are doing, we are adding this nb web svc user to this group only, right? So first we create the user, then group, then we run this command to create the user to this group. Now we need to go administrative tool, Windows administrative tool. It's too slow.
You want to close the CMD? I want to minimize it.
No need to minimize this. Let it run. Actually, I already click on this administrative tool. Let it be open. Just go to the local security policy.
Account is low. 0. In your account. Dear customer.
Right? Under this local security policy, under this we need to go local policies. This is the local policies. Then user right assignment. User right assignment. Right? I have already pasted out these steps to you also, right?
Make it up. I'm a text up. I want to reply. It's mine
Log
in there.
on as a service. Add the default user.
Oh, okay. Okay. Two new time I'll reply if you do someone.
NB web as we
Okay. Whatever you number na yeah. Time I'll be feed that so. Oh, okay, then even after I'll do put me back after 4 or 5 now down here. So let's try feedback. Alright. Yeah, Praveen? Sorry.
yeah, right. So I have done these steps and I have pasted out to you also in the chat area. You can see this chat. I have shared with you some steps. You can note it down these steps,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Now you can just copy the software and we will start this installation.
Okay. Shall I do that now?
Is it done or still going on?
Yes. It's
Oh,
giving
I
me
think it's failed.
the compression field.
It's giving Google Drive can't scan this file for viruses. To tool large to Google scan. Would you like to download this file? Yes, download anyway. I think this is failed for because of some network, or you can restart
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I did download it. Let me see something.
It's not downloaded. It was failed.
Okay, downloaded.
It's done.
Yeah.
Perfect. You can copy this to your this Windows machine.
Okay. Should I end now? A snapshot.
Yeah. Just end this. It's not.
I think it's not giving me the option to paste. Let me see. do I have to create a shared folder or something?
We started the copy, copying the software.
Let's share. Okay. I think. I think I have to enable the sharing on the VM so that I can copy and paste.
Or you can do one thing, you can create one share for this. This shared directory, you can do one thing. Which one is this? The downloads.
The downloads, yeah.
You can share this with this machine. Right now, just go back to here. What is the IP for your this MacBook? For this, you can access.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. For my Mac. Second. Okay. Okay. So,
The IP is go up.
192.168.8.108.
Okay, go back to your Windows machine.
Okay.
What was 64.235?
Did I put it there?
Put the IP here 192
No, 168
168
dot
dot
8.
68.
No, dot 8.
8, only 8.
Yeah, 8
8
dot 108.
108. I think this will not Go back to that once again. Eight dot 108.
Yeah, I think maybe we have to enable sharing on the the server as well, on the Windows server as well.
Okay, do one thing, 1 second. Just go back to this VM setting. Actually, what we need to do, just go back to that
Okay.
VM setting, that VM machine here.
Okay. A second.
This one, the last one, yeah. Uh, where is the network?
Okay, let's see. The network.
We need to do one thing. We need to select that host sharing network. Host sharing network.
Okay.
So this machine and your physical laptop will share the data.
Okay. Uh, okay. See. I think then I think we have to, for the network configuration, we have to stop the VM before we can. Shall I stop it?
Yeah, 1 second. Huh?
The
Yeah,
network.
it's a shared network. Yeah, it's sharing that.
Maybe it's supposed to be bridged.
No, not braced. It's a shared. So it's a sharing with the. We can try with this also. Brace, but in brace it will. What is this?
Yeah. So EN0 is going to share, it's going to bridge that particular interface. But that particular interface is the one that has the IP address marked to it.
Yeah, now you can start it again and. You can open that.
I'm open. It's not opening on my end. Okay. This thing takes some time.
Yeah, actually, Peter, you can do one thing. Patrick, sorry, Patrick, you can do one thing. I am sharing one YouTube video of my channel link. Right, that the software you have, but you need that license file and JSON. How to get that the license file?
Okay.
I'll do one thing. This is not going to work. I see this is too slow.
I was thinking the at least maybe the Linux environment will be better, because for the Windows.
Yes, we can install the Linux. Yeah, it's better to, right? Actually, I was thinking like I'll show you, but I think it's not going to work. So we can do one thing. Uh, you can just prepare one of your the that the Linux machine. If you have the Red Hat, or if the Red Hat is not there,
Yeah,
then you can install Ubuntu. You have Red
yeah,
Hat?
I already prepared the Linux environment. Let me stop this one. Let me stop this
Okay.
environment.
Mhm.
Because the Windows consumes a lot of resources. That's what I've realized. Yeah.
But actually, the thing is that the setup is ready, but software.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
I'll do one thing, no issue. I'm just start downloading the software. The same way I'll upload on that and I'll share the link. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can just be ready all of those things.
Okay.
Right? That the software copy on your and I already share the steps also. I'll share one video link. If you can, if you can like install the master server, it's good. If it is not, then we will see in the class. Right?
Okay. I'll definitely, since it's a Linux, I can definitely install everything. Yeah, since
Yeah, yeah. Because
when I
that
just get the
steps is
video link.
already
Yeah.
with you, right? That steps. So the same
Mm-hmm.
steps will be performed on the Linux as well,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
right?
Okay.
Linux as well the same. Yeah.
Are these all the steps? Because I can see the last one, I can see a pointer. Was there any step to be copied? I wasn't copied.
No, in the last one, the start installation, the point 7.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Start
Okay.
installation, the point number 7 is right. So for this helping, I will share one link. Let me check on in my channel if the video is there for master server on Linux.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be live Netbackup live. Okay, it's okay for Windows. It's not there. For Windows, it's there, but for Linux, it's not there. So you can do one thing, right? The same way you can perform these steps.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and if you face any issue, you can directly ping me. I'll help you on that chat. Right?
No problem. No problem. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll get the application running today. Yeah, and I'll just hit you up on it. If I have any issue too, I'll just let you know. Yeah.
Right. Actually, I have also my environment. Like I have also installed one of the server, but I have not configured that. I'll try to configure that one also at my end. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an at least from your side and my side as well. Right. If
Okay.
like if your side is working, it's fine. Right. Otherwise, we
Mm-hmm.
will use at my side. Right.
Okay. Okay. No problem. I'll give you updates during the day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And do one more thing, right? Just try to like create your personal ID on the the portal, and try to download the evolution version,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay.
So Actually, right, if you got that evolution version, it's fine. Otherwise, we'll see what we can do. Huh?
All right. Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
okay.
good. Okay. Thank you very much, Praveen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll share this
Um,
video also, right? These two video I'll upload on that and share the link with you.
all right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yeah.